Welcome back to Omnifactory, and it's daytime with a rather round moon. Very, very odd, in Minecraft at least. And today we're going to get started with some more Omnifactory work, particularly with some A2 sort of aim, I think. If we have a look in here, we've got this quest that we left alone last time. Down here on the right, Energy Acceptor, and that needs us to craft a Flux Crystal, and that's quite straightforward. We can just create charge Certus Quartz with this, combine it in some water with some sand and a Nether Quartz, and it just makes Flux Crystals. So we can then take those and we can actually compress them, and we need to make them into plates, and it's quite a fast thing to do. So that is, well, pretty straightforward. And then we also need an LV machine hull, but everything else around this is electrical steel plate, which you know how to make. Flux plate, again, just shown you. So we just need some wrought iron plates, some tin cables, and LV machine casings. Now, which one of this has my stuff in it? I'm going to want some compressor. So I need 11 of these per. So why don't we just make 2? And we'll have those converted up into plates. And then we'll convert the plates over. I do need some tin cable as well, so I'm going to need to go and grab some of that. But I'll do it off camera. And here we go, there are Acceptor. We'll just make that single one, and that should get us the quest that we need, hopefully. Yep, good. Take the Omni coins, and where does that lead us to? Lead us towards Crystal Growth Chamber, which is going to be very, very useful, no doubt. Although that is the default crystal growth, I think. Maybe not. But, yeah, Crystal Growth Chamber itself, fine. Crystal Growth Chamber. No doubt this is going to require Fluix, so I made a few more. Or it requires Charged, which I just used up to make Fluix. Of course you do. Okay, so I do need to think about automating the Crystal Growth stuff. Not Crystal Growth, sorry, the Certus Quartz Crystal charging. So that shouldn't be all that hard. Let's just take a look. Do I have any spare? Yeah, I do have some spare item conduit. How about some red conduit, some power conduit? That would be nice. 3, that might actually even do. Let's just, yeah, obviously ready. Let's get rid of you for a second. And let's bring up some power, just so this is accessible. I don't need that, however. You can leave you alone. And then I just want to get my charger back down. Yep, it's at head height. And on the top, we can just put a hopper or something. Underneath, however, we can just go down here. Let's get rid of this. I could just use the Yeti wrench once I remember where I put it. But we can just use our item conduit right here in this node. And that should be enough. So let's grab you and you. And that'll just leave me to have some ability to extract out from there. We can just grab a chest or something. It doesn't much matter. In fact, it's probably going to be a storage drawer might do better because it's only a single item. But it's whatever we got in stock here. We don't have to worry about... Ooh, I've got an actual basic drawer. There we go. So, if we put that in there... Technically, we can filter out of this if we wanted to, or we can just put some charged Certus Quartz in here, and it will try and extract, but it can't do, you know, very easily when there's nothing to extract to. So if we just set extract all here, no connection, there we go. Extract, always active, and that should be fine. Self-feed is disabled. We don't need to craft a filter then, and this will always be on insert. Although we need to then lock the drawer, and I don't think I've crafted a key yet. How about a drawer key? How is that crafted? Drawer key. That seems reasonable. Seems very reasonable. I've got some sticks, I guess. Do I have everything I need in here? Upgrade template, I need a frame drawer, which is just more sticks. So yeah, I could do with a little bit of wood, which, why don't I have any wood? I probably burned it all. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And we need, yeah, just a few batches of that. That will do. And then another chest from here. So let's just craft one of those up. I could have just crafted a filter for the same amount of time, but This is actually slightly more useful. I'll have a drawer here I can use later. And we just need three pieces of gold, really. 1, 2, 3. Convert one across into nuggets. And then we're ready to craft. So one drawer key. Thank you. And let's lock that so it can only contain charged surface quartz. And then on the top, we just want a hopper of some kind. In fact, I could even put this alongside underneath here or something like that. That actually might be better. Can we actually pick? No, we can't pick them up in this mod pack. You're annoying. Okay, let's move it. I like the idea of it not being here. Where's my axe? There we go. So can we put you underneath? And put you in and then lock. Okay, good. You're now locked. And we'll set you to insert only. And that'll do. Although it will extract from there. I need to just change that. Well, it won't extract unless I choose on permanently, but that will do fine. And then just the hopper at the top will do. I don't think the hopper recipe has changed. I'm not even really sure if I have used the hopper this one. It has changed slightly, needs iron plates and trap chests. Or indeed, we could just pull from the top via a different mechanism. Just grab another basic drawer. There should be one in here. Yeah. Because we should be using conduits now more than anything else. We have the ability to create them. There we go. And extract all, always active, and insert only. And that should do. So if I then put in you there, you should start converting, hopefully. Always active, extract. Yep. You're converted, charged, should be get pulled and put into the bottom. Yes. Good. Okay. Now I may not want a huge amount of those, but they are going to be useful for converting the flux crystals. The other thing I wanted to craft was something called an excitation augment or something like that. Did get a commenter mentioning it. Thank you very much. You know who you are. And this basically will help with our early... Yeah, there we go. Excitation field limiter. It'll help with our early power usage. We have basically some fuel coming in, our lava, and this thing will just use it and never stop using it, even when we have a full buffer. What this does is basically prevents RF loss due to flux cell saturation. So basically, it slowly reduces as its battery goes up, essentially, until you don't basically waste any fuel. It's going to need a few things, some iron plates, an excitation coil, but we've made those before, so they shouldn't be terrible to make. Red alloy plates are the order of the day, and I think I have enough for 5 of those. That should be quite straightforward. We'll also make some more iron plates and get this crafted. Okay, here's our 4 iron plates. We'll grab those, and we should have everything else. We have... Oh, did I craft the wrong things there? Like that conductance coil? No. Okay, it was just a momentary glitch. That's fine. And we should be able to craft this. There we go. And we're just going to apply this to the RF here. We've got 2 slots. I should look to see if there's any other good augment for a power generator. But that should mean I can just turn this and then just leave it, I think. It's going to continue to supply power this way. And it's going to go into these batteries. Yeah, there it goes. So 3 of them are charged. Once the 4th one is fully charged, then it should start backing up and decide not to use the lava whenever it needs to. Good. So that's slightly more power efficient power generation. And then we need this. So we need 4 dark steel bars. We need 4 charged surface quartz and another LV machine hull. I did make a spare. Thought we might be needing 1, so that is useful. And that just means some dark steel bars from dark steel rods, and they're just dark steel. And we get 8 bars from 6 rods, so we only need 6 dark steel ingots. Now, do I have any dark steel? Probably don't. Let me just double check. No, let me just make some. And as you can see, we're just running out of lava. You can see it's not quite topped up there. So I went to move the pump downstairs and move this excitation augment down there as well. So that that pump doesn't need me to monitor it or anything like that, and it won't use lava unless it actually needs to, i.e. when its buffer isn't full. So yeah, that should be more efficient. And I'm also just cooking up some more plates here just so that we can go and do the same thing and just craft another one of these. So we'll just grab another one for up here as well. and everything will be nice and improved by that. We need 4 iron plates. There we go, and 4 more iron. And there's another one of those augments. And then we can just create those dark steel bars. Was it not dark steel ingots times 6? Dark steel bars? Ah, it was rods. Okay, so we've got to convert them slightly, but that should be okay. I imagine it's going to be the usual recipe, which is a file and dark steel. Yep, we'll convert them all over. And then we'll just use a regular crafting grid because we shouldn't need these really often. There we go. So that's that done. Let's just put this augment back in place, or rather this new augment back in place, and we should be good to go. So crystal growth chamber. I have everything else down here, so we could make 2 of these if we wanted to, but I'll just make 1. And that'll get us started. E2 stuff. And then we've got to make so this quartz seed, nether quartz seed, and fluix seeds, and we have to then grow them. Now, let's just check whether this actually is the default bare version or if it is the actual more intelligent version. E2 stuff, so I think it is the compact version. The normal crystal growth thing from AE2 itself, you need 4 of them, and you need to surround have 4 of them surrounding water and then grow stuff in there. However, with this version, we may well be able to get away with it. So let's just use an energy acceptor and put you there, and you're going to work fine. Good. So that will work fine. So we then need to make those seeds, and searching for seeds isn't actually too bad in this mod pack. We don't have an excess of agricultural seeds. So there's quartz seeds, needs this quartz dust. So it's all going to be the dust plus sand, it looks like. Yeah, fluix dust. So this will be a way to duplicate up fluix and everything else. Yep, nether quartz. So let's just go and grab a few of those and we'll craft them up. So we want some nether quartz. Let's get 7 of those, or maybe 8. Yeah, 8 seems more realistic. We're only at 6. Fine, let's just get 6 equal amounts of each. And then we just want to get about the same in fluix crystals. We're going to convert those up into dust. Presumably that is just macerating them, but I will just double check. Yes, it was, so that'll be quite easy. We just convert those up this way, and all of them will convert up into 12 of the seeds version, and we can dump those in here, and they should start growing, if I remember rightly. It's certainly glowing purple, which is the usual color, and yeah, you'll see they're all growing out. I did put stacks of them in, so I'm not sure if they're going to do one at a time, or if this is the entire stack. I guess we're going to find out very shortly. Okay, entire stack. So we should be able to grab all those back out and we get the pure form. Is that everything we need for the quest? It is. Good. So we get the pure form and 5 Omni coins, but that's not terribly important. And now we're getting towards the main part of AE2. It's asking us to craft terminals and ME chests. So the terminal one, I will be happy to get these just to basically consolidate all of our stuff. We need to make quartz fiber, we need to make glass fiber, and we need to make illuminated panels. All 3 of those combine into a terminal, and of course we get the crafting terminal from that, so we need to make a few of those. Fine, so quartz fiber, and I imagine it'll probably need things that are probably just processed, but we'll find out. Quartz fiber is, oh no, that is pure nether quartz, so that's gonna work just fine. Let's just make a few of those. Okay, so quartz fiber, it also wants ME glass cable. Because this doesn't require channels, this mod pack, you don't need smart cable at all. And in fact, I think it's probably removed. So we just want the regular fluix glass cable. And that is just fluix dust in an alloy smelter. I like these recipes. It's almost like it led us towards this. So there we go. So fluix crystal, let's just put 6 through. Or is it fluix dust? Hang on. It's fluix dust. And can we just macerate this back into fluix dust? No, that's unfortunate. However, I did keep an extra couple spare, so we can just macerate this. Because if it could macerate back into fluix dust, we just directly duplicate things. We could just filter everything through, and just with power we get infinite resources. So I guess there is a downside to that kind of thing. But was it in the wire mill? Alloy smelter. Oops, my mistake. Alloy smelter. That needs something else. Oh, and the quartz fiber. Okay. Fair enough. Quartz Fiber, and then illuminated panel. So we just want a regular illuminated panel, which is going to require a few things, but that is okay. Quartz glass and flux plates. Flux plates come from flux crystals, which we know we can already make. We just need more Certus quartz, so I'm going to have to go and get more of that. But flux glass has got a different recipe in this mod pack. It's glass and Certus quartz dust. So yeah, I am going to need more Certus quartz on the whole. Do we have anything, any Certus quartz ore? And do I just macerate that? Remind me. I could macerate or just smelt it directly into Certus quartz, which can be converted. This crushed stuff, can that actually be converted? Yes, eventually just straight into dust, but I may just want the actual Certus quartz form, so let's just smelt this for now. And can we actually just buy it? Is there a thing in here for it? I probably have bought it before if it is. No. Okay, let me just check. Yep, you can buy it down here. It just takes 10 Omni coins for 32. I'll be happy to actually buy it for that amount because we have just got like 5 for each of those 2 quests. So that's going to be affordable. And yes, I've just been making more charcoal up. Let's just actually get this converted. Let's just add them into both so that it basically goes twice as fast. That will do. And let me just take these out. Okay, and I'll put the charcoal away for now. Just useful for fuel for the furnace. Right, so I'm going to make a whole bunch more of our Certus quartz, and that should get us into the illuminated panel. However, the quartz cable should be ready. Yeah, so it's just the illuminated panel left. And here we go, we should have everything we need. The flux plates are easy enough, and the quartz glass we now have. So 1 illuminated panel should give us that quest. Yep. Now that should get us the terminal, or at least I think it should get us the terminal, although we probably want the upgrade to it. So the crafting terminal needs that as an upgrade anyway, so we're going to have to start without it, which will be fine. It's just an illuminated panel and a circuit, and I have those, so there is our terminal. And let's just get that highlighted mode off. Take our Omni coins. And that wants to make an ME chest. Well, I suppose if we have to. I sort of want ME drives rather than ME chests, but I guess this is one way of doing it. Given that it's part of the quest, I suppose we should do it in order. Although I may not actually use it, it's useful to have, I guess. So ME chest is another illuminated panel. I made extra, so that's not a problem. And pure flux crystals, some dark steel. Ooh, dark steel block, that's expensive. 9 dark steel, 18 dark steel. That is not nice. We have to do it for the quest chain. Ouch. Which, of course, the main thing is obsidian. It just takes ages to get obsidian. More importantly, that obsidian uses stuff from my power supply, so I could do with cheap obsidian by... You know, if I had ore excavator or vein miner, I wouldn't mind so much. I could just take a bucket of water downstairs, pour it over a lava lake, and away you go. You got lots of obsidian. Is there an improved way to get obsidian faster? Obsidian. Do we have anything to make it faster? Igneous extruder. Well, yeah. Cauldron turns lead into obsidian. No, it's just a fluid solidifier. And we could go to the next tier up, but that requires medium voltage stuff, which we're just not ready for yet. Okay, I guess obsidian it is. Fine, I will just move this over as usual. And we'll fill up the obsidian and have to wait for a little while. It doesn't take that long, but it's fluid solidifier, there we go. And it will fill up to at least 8 or 10 or something like that. Here you can see how this actually works. This buffer is nearly full, so you should see it's not really using up the lava while the buffer remains full. And most of that's oh, it's taking 24 lava. Oh. That's fine. I guess we got enough for a spare portal as well. Put that back down. The pump should actually regenerate that. There shouldn't be much of a problem because there is a buffer at the other end on the other magmatic dynamo, so that shouldn't be a problem, I hope. Let's just shut off the app for a little while and let's hope it actually comes back. Unless there was only 24 in that new pool I found. In which case we're getting a lot of obsidian and not a lot of lava. And here we have a rather expensive dark steel block, and that should make a together with the other one, should make us an ME chest, and it does. Wow, that's expensive, but that should give us the quest. Yeah, 25 Io coins. I'll buy us another stack of well, yeah, a stack and a half of iron or something. Digital storage at last. Okay, so it just doesn't make the ME drive, however, which is a little bit odd. And then there's another ME terminal one. So why is there no ME drive quest? Is it somewhere else? Is there a recipe to upgrade the ME chest into the ME drive? Or is it just a separate recipe? It is a separate recipe and it requires medium voltage stuff. That would be why we couldn't use it. So we may have to go with ME chests. It doesn't much matter at the start in that because, well, it's just going to cost us a lot of dark steel, but because there's no channel limit, we can just chain them together and that'll do for that. So yeah, okay, so ME chest. I did go and put the energy acceptor down here and run a cable all the way from over this side of this kind, the conductive iron energy conduit. You see it's going underneath and around, so I can just drop this down here for now and pop you there. And yep, we actually need, it's basically an ME drive with one slot, which is not great, but it's better than nothing. And I think we should be able to chain them, so we don't need to run the cable. And we should be able to put stuff in here. Oh no, we need the actual component first, don't we? Okay. Right, so we need a 1K, basically a 1K cell and nothing else. That should do it. 1K, let's add these two favorites. So we don't want the fluid version, we want the storage one. And that's made up of the other components. Normally you don't need to make the empty cell, however, but it seems like in this pack you have to. Okay. So the empty cell is fine, red alloy wire. We can make that from a wire mill from red alloy wire, it seems. And that's, again, just the wire mill twice, basically. And electrical steel plates, and we know how to make those. The storage component itself is more red alloy plates, so I should probably make a batch of those. And it's going to require one circuit. And I think I'm out of circuits completely now, so I need to go and make another one of those. But it's all components we've seen before. And then the storage cell itself is both of those combined. So I'm just going to craft some of the ingredients for them. And a little bit of circuit crafting later, we should be okay to get that done. So we have everything we need for the storage housing, and we should have everything we need for the one. Oh, we need 4 red alloy plates. I think I made those. Yes, I did. Good. Yep, for the 1K component. And then just 2 of those combined together. Let me just make sure that they're counted for the quest first. Has it counted them? It has. Good. And if we just put them together, we should get the 1K storage cell. Yep. Give me the Omnicoin, all 5. And ME terminal. I've already crafted that. Yeah. So if I just pick you up. Yep. Does the glass cable get destroyed? No, it didn't get destroyed. Good. Yep. And if we put the storage cell in there, we should be able to use this as a regular system now. Yep, we can. Good, and it has power. So technically we have an AE system, guys. Maybe that needs a little bit more work. But yeah, let's get some more Omnicoin. And now it's getting towards ME Conduit, which is an Ender IO version, if you like. And that is sort of not leading anywhere further right, so that may be the right hand side edge of this whole thing. So if it fills in along the bottom there, we'd be all right. And we get most of this quest have done. However, ME Conduit. For more expensive, ME Conduits have the advantage of being able to share a block space with other conduit types, i.e. Ender Io Conduit. What does it take to make ME Conduit, though? I don't think I've ever crafted it. I've normally just gone with Ender Io stuff. And it's covered cable, which isn't too hard to make. It's usually, oh, hang on. In this pack, maybe not. There's the assembler. We haven't made an assembler as yet. In a normal pack, it's just glass cable surrounded by wool. But in this pack, not so much, it seems. So we're going to, at least it's still low voltage. So we show, wow, okay. So we definitely need the robot arm stuff. And do we always need a processor? Yeah, it's always going to need a processor. It's always tier 2 circuits and conveyor modules and robot arms. Let's leave that to another day. We've got the basic version of the cable going, and there you can see the ME storage drive. Remember when I said it's medium voltage stuff? Well, we've got to go through the tier 2 circuits. So between the episodes, I'm going to go and make some tier 2 circuits, I think. We're going to make one for this quest, which will open us up towards this pyrolyze oven, which is good. And then we've also got MV machine hulls here. So we're able to get in both those in here. Now remember, well, I don't know if you remember, but you can only have 63 types of items in here. So it's sort of like having a chest with 63 storage drawers in there. You can only store 63 different types of items. But each type of item you can store much more than normal. So I think we can probably move in the stuff in here that I want to store in capacity. So that probably should be, how many rows have we got in here? We've got 6 rows by, was it 9? So that's 54. So that will fill most of an ME chest. But for each one of those, well, in fact, for example, it won't need 54 because oil sands ore, there's quite a lot in here. So if we take some of that out and then put it over here, well, let's see how well it actually copes. And as it turns out, quite well. You can always access the contents of a chest by clicking on the top of it if you just want to see the chest itself. And on the front, you can obviously see the light from normal ME drives, and it's using 35 different types of items. You can access the whole system from here. So as we make more and more chests, that contains basically the contents of a double chest, and we've moved it over. So I will move that over in time. However, for now, we should be able to maybe... Can you get rid of a lot of this redstone? Just grab all of this. How many type? Well, it should just take one type, but, and this is the problem when I don't have a power buffer, you'll see it goes dark. It's because it's using up power to do that. Is that just 36 types? It is. And we've used a fair amount of bytes to actually do that, but we've got quite a lot of storage going. So I will be slowly converting over the storage. I won't do it explicitly before an episode. I'll just do it when I've got enough dark steel to craft more. It depends on our lava basically setup. Speaking of lava setup, we have now 10 obsidian. So I can go and put this down somewhere. I think I'm just going to go down. Let's just go down far enough to where my lava setup is. Okay. And we'll then go and make a portal around there. I just want to show you where the lava setup is in my particular area. Here it is. And let's see how much lava we've got left before I have to go across to the nether. So all of this was lava, by the way. Yeah, so I think we're almost out, so it's probably a good time to start thinking about making a nether portal at last, I guess. So let's just put it over here, nicely between all the various different lava blocks, and that will be good. We'll just go for the minimum 10 layout, I think. And we will need a flint and steel as well, but this should mean I shouldn't need to worry about getting lava again. Okay, so there's 10 there, and I just need a flint and steel, which I'll go and grab, and we'll get through the nether. And one flint and steel got. We'll come over here, and let's go and light up our way into the nether, hopefully. Yep, it's normal. No excess requirements this pack. Good, and let's head over there. Let's see what our spawn's like. I have constructed a little box around here, just so it's nice and safe. We do have a ghast nearby though, so I can't really show you too much of it. So we have the ghast there. And there's another one in that direction, but it is quite a nice starting area. Quite open, not too out in the open though. And there is a lava lake just downhill from there, and it's not actually its vertical drop. There's actually quite a nice few ledges, which should mean it's not actually going to be too much of a problem for us to get to. I just move our pump there. I can't really do that right now. I would like some kind of range damage to take out that ghast, and if indeed it just doesn't decide to go away. It's hiding. Okay, so let's go and take a look. I just cleaned out a little bit of the terrain, and down there you can see there's lava, and there's more down that direction. There's more on the other side as well. So there's plenty of areas for us to go with our lava power supply, at least for the moment. I've gone and got a little bit of glowstone. I should probably go and get my excavator and get a little bit of soul sand. That'll be useful for going into Ender IO going forwards. Well, let's just get back to our world for a second. I just want to show you where the coordinates are if you're following along with this seed, just so you know where my particular entry is. So it's going to be 97 313 31. So that's XZY order. And you'll get that nice little starting area. So yeah, it's pretty good. And we'll be exploring the nether more in the coming episodes, of course, once we get some other bits and pieces going. But for now, I think that's going to be the episode. That's going to be half an hour, unfortunately. It goes too fast. And we should be done. So we've got an AE2 system up and running. It's not terribly great by AE2 standards. We need drives, but they need the second tier of circuits. Also, once we get off the ground here, one of the things we want to get into fairly soon, let's just take a look at, just for comedy value, what the recipe is for molecular assemblers and interfaces, because they're the things needed for autocrafting, and autocrafting will help a great deal with all of this stuff that we've got on the left hand side over here. And we want to automate all of that as soon as possible. And in fact, everything in all these work tables we want to automate autocrafting, because we can use AE2 to autocraft machines. We just push into the top and pull out the back, or whatever we actually need to do for them. They're quite straightforward. However, what do we need for autocrafting? Aluminium plates, so we definitely need that blast furnace. So if you haven't made one already, do that. And an Ender Io crafter and some quartz glass and formation cores. Okay, so formation cores are going to be processors, so we're going to need the circuits to be automated. We're going to have to make a few of them to get started, but after that point, we definitely need to automate circuits. And that needs an inscriber, which needs medium voltage electric pistons, dark steel plates, and medium voltage electric hulls. So we are going to have to do at least medium voltage before we get autocrafting, unfortunately, but we can manually craft. We just need more chests to be able to manually craft really properly, and work tables may well be the best solution for now until we get to autocrafting, because I don't want to have to shift click stuff in for a lot of this stuff. So electric pistons themselves need electric motors. It's all aluminium stuff. So I think what I'm also going to do, one, we need to get the medium voltage stuff. We need to get the second tier of processors, but I think I want to create a separate power supply for this rather than run it from, I did get some suggestions in the comments from people saying you probably shouldn't run it from the same as your machines, probably should run a separate one. So now that we've got access to the Nether, we can move our pump in and then create another magnetic dynamo. And of course, Ender tank, sharing the same channel essentially. You'll see this is pretty much hovering at that amount, so it's not using up lava, which is nice and efficient. And we can do the same thing back here. Now, I did put one into there, and someone did say, because this is on the corner, you can put that cable there, essentially, and have two into one cable block, into one energy input hatch. So that means we can move this one to this corner and do exactly the same. And we can end up getting 128 volts, basically, or whatever the equivalent is in Greg Tech land, and that will do. So yeah, I'll be moving a few things around. So yeah, independent power, medium voltage coming next, and also processors, i.e. the next upgrade from circuits. And then we should be able to get to autocrafting. The other component of autocrafting is, of course, the interface, and that will be for the machine autocrafting, certainly. The interface requires MV machine hulls, robot arms, MV versions, and lots of aluminium plates. So yes, there's so much stuff that we actually need to get going and automated, really. So I'll see you next episode for some more of that. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and getting some of this storage moved out of boring old chests into high-tech, fancy, power-requiring storage systems. And we'll see you next episode. Feel free to share and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And more importantly, click on the bell if you want notifications, and leave comments down in the comments below for anyone else who's playing through, particularly if you're following along. All right, we'll see you next episode, and thanks for watching.